What's up everybody, Smyers here. Today I want to show you how to make the bass to Don't Stop by Prospa. Here's the bass I'm going to show you how to make today. Now the main layer, it's going to be this resonant layer. I'm going to call it the resonant layer, which sounds like this. And let me take off that kickstart. The bass in certain parts of this progression sounded pretty dissonant. I wasn't really sure what was causing that, like maybe some other layer, but I tried to do my best just with adding in some different layers. So I added in like a sub layer to give it this mid-range beefiness that I was hearing. And I also heard part of the song where this resonant layer drops out and then you have the sub, which is like an octave higher. But for this sub, I have it an octave higher, and then it goes down to this B that's a bit lower. And then right here, I believe, let's go ahead and look at my Serum here, put that to 0. So this would be essentially E0, D, E flat to E0, and then it goes up to this B0. So this plus the sub, I just have the sub layer. I'll take off the kickstart, which is just the sub in Serum 2. I just have the sine wave sub. That's all I put on that. And then I kept hearing this like delay. I wasn't really sure what it was. It might have been like the vocal in the background that was delayed, some kind of echo. So I just put this like pluck. Like that was really just my voicing on mono. I have this saw wave pluck sound with 3 voices of unison, detuning my envelope shaped like this, and this is tied to a filter, MGLO24 filter, with this envelope too, just assigned this cutoff modulation, and on the effects, I just cut off a lot of that low end. I don't know if there was actually pluck, I don't really know what it was, but all together, all the layers sound like this by themselves. And do I have all the kickstarts off? But you could really get away with just... That's really contributing most to the sound, what I'm calling the resonant layer. And essentially, just have my voicing on mono for a bass sound. Here's my envelope 1. Don't think I even adjusted this. Envelope 2, what I find unique is I gave it, usually it's curved the other way, but I gave it more of this round curve like this and assigned it to the cutoff with pretty high resonance. I'm using this low 24 filter, which I use if I want more of that resonant sound. And resonance at 30, drive at 22. And let's just take off, I have some effects in here. I'll take all these effects off. For this oscillator A, I had the voices at 8 voices of unison, detuning at 0.19. If you click here, then you have the width, and I just reduced the width a bit to 50. It didn't feel very wide. It felt like there was more of a mono sound going on with this bass, but still some width. And then I assign this envelope 2 to this filter. Still pretty wide there, but with Serum 2 now, I can do some mid-side processing, which is cool. I can do this splitter where you just go into the effects and add on one of these splitters, and you have low and high, low, mid, high, and you have mid and side. So I wanted to just take off the low end from the sides and then just process the mids a bit more, because I felt like it was like pretty distorted sounding, the bass. So I added on the splitter, and then I just processed the splitter, and I did some distortion on the mid, and then a bit of EQ on the mid as well, just like a boost around 116. And then on the side, I just cut off all that low end, so I just wanted that high end with the side. So that's what it sounds like with the effects. And this is just the MIDI for that high pluck. I don't know if I showed that earlier. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also please subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. And if you'd like to check out my Serum preset packs, head on over to store.samsmyers.com.